Pikachu! To the rescue comes Saru, who turns the favor from the prior fight! I can't believe what I'm seeing! Philadelphia Fusion are blowing my mind right now. Defensive dive, playing risky, ride the lightning to victory in straight maps. 3-0.
저번에 저희가 0대3으로 졌을 때 제가 메타 파악을 잘못했었고 제가 플레이도 잘못했었기 때문에 아쉬움이 많이 컸었는데
Philly definitely gave us extra motivation going into that series. We always thought we were the better team, but after going down 3-0, we really wanted to prove it again.
Yeah, they beat us in the regular season match a few weeks prior. But I think that was more on us as a team rather than Philly. I feel like we didn't play to our best and we had a lot of mishaps, and we knew and we know that we are stronger in playoff games and we have a lot of experience in that.
그래도 저는 퓨전이 아시아 팀 상위권 팀보다 훨씬 더 잘한다고 생각하기 때문에 오히려 퓨전과의 경기에서 이겨서 아시아 팀도 쉽게 이기겠다는 생각을 했어요.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Overwatch League 2020 playoffs. We're about to jump into shock against the Justice.
현재 기세를 탄 팀이라 살짝 걱정도 되긴 했지만 저스티스에서는 위도우 전문 유저가 없어서 저스티스를 뽑게 되었습니다.
워싱턴 경기는 되게 쉽게 이길 줄 알았는데 좀 힘들게 흘러갔다고 볼 수 있죠.
He should be able to do this. I mean, Striker's TP into the back line, Unleash the Death Blossom as well. Ark ends up going down, Striker ends up getting killed by Stitch, who's still alive and well in the back line. Someone has to deal with him. And the Justice are going to be able to claim Oasis.
I mean, at this point, there were a lot of amendments that happened in the league. Certain situations changed, visa stuff. I mean, I think what the Justice did was the right choice. I mean, if I was a general manager or the coach on that team, I probably would have, explored that option as well. But no one could have predicted how DK's role would have influenced the Justice in that current patch.
They're trapped in the London Underground, Hex. They forgot their Oyster card, they can't get out. The payload's going to touch the golden box of victory, or orange box in this case. Joy's going pretty low, he gets anti-dated in the front. Twilight's going to have to perform a miracle, but it's not going to happen. The Justice are 2-0 up against the Shock now.
I mean, I understand why the rule was implemented, but I really hope that we can revisit that rule.
초반에 돌진 조합이 성행하고 있을 때 DK 선수 자리아와 짜누 선수의 호구를 통해서 게임을 상당히 잘 풀어가는데요. DK 선수가 아니면 불가능한 플레이가 되게 많았어요.
After going down 0-2, Chrissy had to talk with us at halftime. We kind of reset our mentals and figured out what we were doing wrong, how to fix it.
After we lost map 2, me and Super, we were just talking and saying, yeah, we're just going to reverse sweep. Oh, we already won. It's our game now.
I think we have a lot of experience in high pressure games. So even though we had never reverse swept before, we knew that the game was still winnable.
그냥 저희 팀원들이 질 것 같다는 생각이 없었고 애초에 저도 그렇게 생각하기 때문에 가능했던 것 같습니다.
딱 몸소 딱 느껴졌던 것 같아요. 질 것 같은 판은 아니다.
Welcome back. We are going to Voskai Industries and we do have a couple of subs as well. We've got Striker actually coming back in.
0대1로 지고 있을 때 다들 자책 많이 하고 팀 분위기가 안 좋았어요. 그래서 제가 들어가자마자 최대한 격려를 많이 해줬고 다음 맵에 진짜 집중 많이 했습니다. 왜냐면은 세 번째 맵을 이기면 리버스 세이브를 할 수 있다고 생각했기 때문이에요.
I'm not sure if they got that call out. Well, Tuba is dead now, so he couldn't even go for him if he really wanted to. Stitch is going to fall, Arc to follow. And this is going to be it, actually. Shock are just going to take this point. Pulse bomb, goodbye. And the Shock, this is what we thought we'd see.
I don't think we've ever underestimated the Justice. I mean, we're talking about a completely different team at this point.
기세를 탄 팀답게 만만치 않다고 생각했지만 생각 외로 상대가 잘하여서 고전하였습니다. 짜누 선수와 DK 선수의 합과 최근에 스티치 선수의 애쉬가 폼이 많이 올라서 상당히 놀랐습니다.
A great time back maybe for the Justice here as Joy ends up going down as well. Self-destruct gets launched in. Unfortunately, can't get the remake. Bob's going to come out and that will be it.
사실 그 2세트 왕의 길에서 좀 생각보다 그 팀이 좀 잘해서 힘들었고 정신을 다잡고 하니 점점 하면서 이길 것 같은 느낌이 들었던 것 같습니다.
Graptothers is going to come out, but only gets one, and it gets aimed, and the Transcendence is going to save him, but it was all for nothing. Decay and Tuber end up going down in a blink of an eye. The Shock are taking this the distance.
Oh, my favorite play in the Justice game, definitely the beginning of the last fight.
Arns has a perfect firing line with the Bob out as well. Decay ends up going down and Violent pops the Transcendence to get a bit of momentum on the point.
Decay, he walked out of the main show and I was playing Roadhog and he didn't give me the respect that I needed and he kind of walked out on his own. Kind of a misplay from him, but I landed the hook on him, pulled him into our team. He even got the nano, but it wasn't enough to save him.
오늘 경기 자체가 저한테는 기억에 남을 것 같아요. 제가 프로 생활하면서 처음으로 리버스 스윕 해본 거여서 기억에 남을 것 같아요.
You know, that was pretty exciting. I'm glad we got that one out of the way. But because of that, I think this was like a really good learning experience for our team.
멋있는 경기에서 좋았던 부분은 일단 저희 팀원 모두가 멘탈이 안 나가고 끝까지 할 수 있다라는 마인드로 경기에 임해서 그게 가장 좋았던 것 같습니다.
And that will be it. The secret weapon in Super comes out and saves the Shock from getting 3-2 by the Justice.
Hello? Where's my team? Who's nervous? I think Moth. Where's Moth?
The Moth nervous meme? I don't even know how that started, when that started.
사실 제가 제일 저걸 먼저 시작했었는데 모스가 가끔 좀 중요한 대회에서 긴급하게 말할 때가 있는데
The first time I remember hearing it was actually in the Grand Finals last year. He was like kind of loud when he was talking about something and Choi was like, Moth, are you nervous? And he's like, no, I'm really never nervous.
Was nervous.
Wait, I'm never nervous.
What do I nervous?
경기 시작 전에 긴장을 좀 풀까 하고 그냥 장난치는 말입니다.
그냥 저희들끼리 대회 때 분위기 좀 편하게 만들려고 이제 장난치는 거예요.
You bully me, making me angry.
네, 그렇게 되다 보니까 그게 좀 유행해진 것 같습니다.
모두는 항상 긴장을 합니다.
What?
They say fate works in mysterious ways, or the scriptwriters, they've simply run out of ideas. Either way, a year to the date, we're at it again. It's going to be Atlanta taking on San Francisco.
Yeah, there's definitely more pressure on the team this year to not drop into the lower bracket like we did last year.
Master is removed into 1-for-1, but poke push people charging. No! They got a 1 What?
I wouldn't say there was any extra added pressure, so to say. We did have that unfortunate C9 in the playoffs last year, but I think we knew that we were the stronger team.
저는 작년에 쇼크에 있지 않아서 그 기분을 잘 모르지만 그래도 그 장면을 봤기 때문에 살짝 불안했지만 그래도 저희가 이길 거라는 자신감이 넘쳐서 걱정은 크게 없었던 것 같습니다.
And yeah, the Shock are looking good, hold up in their corner, but the problem is on the objective, they have to go to it at some point. The Rain are nearly at 99%, and now Edison is good to go. The Rain can still win this fight, especially if Edison keeps up on what he's doing right now, but okay, finally Violet takes him down.
Oh, my favorite play from the Atlanta match was when I rezzed Violet after Edison took the 1v2 and almost killed us both.
저희 팀이 한번 휘청했던 순간이 있었을 텐데.
Quick, that was all the setup! What a well-timed EMP going in with the Death Blossom!
그 부분을 빠르게 캐치해서 더 좋은 경기력으로 돌아와가지고.
A huge time bank, but On's coming in. The EMP already set up, drops and hits everyone. A full 6-man EMP. Striker there on the fall through, gets Popo down. The worst case scenario coming to pass right now for the Rain.
We really wanted to close out in the upper bracket because that meant we had a lot fewer matches to play.
It's time for both teams to call in their secret weapons. That's right. We got Super and Gator being subbed in. You'll love to see it.
이제 아틀란타의 이제 라인 플레이를 가장 걱정을 많이 했어요. 하지만 이제 슈퍼가 마지막에 나와서 이제 멋진 모습을 보여주었어요.
First was out of the fight. The Shock trying to take advantage. Gator drops a shatter into the shield.
He just needs a little bit more charge. Nice block from Super. Quick TP to this flanking high ground. So now Shock are in a great position. If they lose anybody, then that player will come back to the spawn into Atlanta's natural flank.
Super taking initiative. Balls out on both sides, and Herster somehow runs afoul of Super in the freezer there from both teams. As the Shock take first blood and then some.
솔직히 워싱턴이 더 어려웠으면 어려웠지. 아직 애틀란타는 좀 쉽게
우리 팀이 이길 거라고 생각했고 그냥 이겨서 좋았던 것 같습니다.
Edison back into the fray, takes down Violet, ends up finding the striker. You've got Gator still swinging around in the payload, but the spawn advantage is too big. The Shock coming out of spawn. They knock out the Rain to the lower bracket, and history
does not repeat itself here today.
The team had a week to prepare for the Philly match, yeah. And I remember Super and Crusting said, we really don't want to lose to these guys. We're gonna beat them.
퓨전과의 경기는 일단 뭐 퓨전이 워낙 잘하고 있었고, 그리고 아무래도 전 경기들에서 너무 압도적인 모습을 보여줘서 준비하는 시간이 일주일이라 오히려 저희 쪽에서는 더 좋았던 것 같습니다.
Going into the winners finals match against Philly, we looked at a lot of VODs of their past games.
이제 약간 정말 코치로서 선수들과 하나가 될 퓨전을 이기고자 하는 목표로 진짜 최선을 다했어요. 퓨전이라는 경기할 때 조금 더 많은 동기부여가 되었나요? 이제 암만 해도 스토리가 있는 팀이다 보니까 저희 팀과 좀 더 열심히 준비하지 않았나 싶어요.
Our coaching staff did a great job with our new analyst Kasoris coming in.
My name is Kasoris. I'm the new strategic analyst for the San Francisco Shock.
Kasoris joining the team is great for us. He did a lot on Atlanta Reign and Young and Beautiful and EU contenders, so having that extra set of eyes, new perspective on the game is always a big bonus for us going into finals.
I think the day I was announced on the Shock was an insane day. It was absolutely insane. I got so many replies from friends, Shock fans, old teammates, just congratulations, and you're on the best team in the league, and now you've got to show up. And it just went really quick. One day we were talking, the next day I was already in scrims with the Shock, trying to help out, figure out my footing, and yeah, it was just a surreal, crazy experience.
파이널에 다가오면 올수록 한 경기 한 경기가 정말 소중하고 상대팀의 움직임, 성향들을 분석하는 게 정말 중요합니다. 하지만 시간적으로 촉박하기 때문에 이제 저희 스태프진만은 부족했고 이제 그것을 효율적으로 분석해줄 이제 분석가 케이서스를 뽑게 되었습니다.
I feel like the insight he gives is very technical, very like micro, which is something that I think Shock didn't lack, but maybe needed more like improvise in that aspect. So I think that he's a very good asset to the team.
I hope having me integrated into this already really stacked team of coaches relieves some of the workload of the other coaches so they can really focus on their jobs. I think Krusty is one of the smartest coaches in Overwatch, and the Shock in general just work really, really hard. Like the work ethic on this team from the outside looking in has always been incredible. And I'm going to do my very, very best for the fans, for the players, for the rest of the coaching staff to make sure we finish first.
It's been a long road to get here, but the day is finally arrived. That's right, the winners bracket finals for North America.
You know, this was like a rematch for the match that decided the first seed.
프로비전 경기에서 3대0으로 패배하고 퓨전과의 경기를 좀 벼르고 있었기 때문에
The top of the top have made it all the way through. The prize, a trip to Grand Finals weekend here and now.
졌던 팀이랑 다시 할 때는 항상 좀 더 동기부여가 되는 것 같습니다.
In with the beat. It's so well timed. Now Fury, you gotta drop the Graviton. Low HP, still able to get off, still getting healed all the while. And Sato drops the Shatter, but Hisu knocked right off. Smurf able to send him off the edge with the Primal Rage, and Smurf's not done yet.
Oh no, you're fighting Smurf close to the edge of the map with a Primal. That's not a good look, Fusion.
저희가 할리우드에서 원막당하고 하프타임 때 이제
Violet has a quick pull. It's up early. Ivy just popping the Death Blossom, trying to just stay alive in the corner though. And going up against Striker, the 1v1 to decide the map. It will go the way of the Philadelphia Fusion, and Philly even up the series with a decisive map pick.
퓨전을 어떻게 상대해야 되는지 정답을 찾은 게 제일 좋았던 것 같습니다.
Choi the equalizer. The Shock are still hanging on.
Yeah, now Moth has the Balcon line. This one's over. Shock are going to go up 2-1 in the series, winning their map pick.
딱히 저는 그런 거 없이 그냥 편안하게 게임을 하자고 항상 마음을 먹고 대회를 하기 때문에 별로 그런 악감정은 없는 것 같아요. 게임을 되게 즐기려고 하는 편이고.
On a slower time now, but still can be good. A minute 20 left to go, and it's just Hisu on the bottom, Carpe on the top. They force out the Transcendence, but the Fusion aren't leaving yet.
대회에서는 자세하게 나오지 않았지만 지브롤 더 3거점 수비에서 원숭이랑 트레이서를 잡아내는 장면이 있는데 그 장면이 그 경기의 좋은 클러치 장면이 아니었나 싶습니다.
Ons with two, staying alive, killing off both divers. Now he's got the backline. He's the flanker now, and he's just putting out damage.
We kind of figured out how they wanted to play. They didn't really change too much up. Honestly, the motivation going into the game against Philly was more so that we could qualify for top 4.
Sato considering the jump, it's actually Smurf striking first. Sato's cut down, and oh, this is so bad. Yes, total control of the cart.
The Shock complete their journey through the winner's bracket, heading over the Korea, taking down the #1 seed, Philadelphia Fusion.
After we beat Philly, I mean, we were obviously very excited.
We worked really hard for that match, and it went pretty much as we practiced. So that was a great feeling.
아 이제 그러니까 해냈구나. 뭔가 프로배 그래서 정말 기분이 좋긴 했지만 한편으로 프로까지의 시간이 많이 남아서 약간 실감나지 않았습니다.
I mean, it was great beating Philly, but I don't know if it's because I'm always like thinking about what to do next. But my thinking was, damn it, we gotta do quarantine.
Grand Finals is definitely a bit of a struggle, especially for those of us who have to quarantine alone in hotels. Our windows can't open, so we really don't get a lot of fresh air. All of our meals are delivered to us, and they're kind of hit or miss.
I don't know, sometimes the food they give you here is not that great. I mean, sometimes there's like no protein at all. It's like, I can't really work with that too much.
Needless to say, quarantine, I think that puts us at a pretty big disadvantage.
I also feel like I'm really close to you guys, like with this setup, because it's like the monitor is so close. It's kind of weird. I can like touch you guys really easily.
You know, I don't think we've ever practiced on laptops before. It's not their ideal setup, but I think they're doing what they can to help accommodate for the players, which I really appreciate.
일단은 미국에서 한국 올 때는 리그에서 그 비즈니스 티켓을 끊어줘서
지구로 도착한 후 바로 이제 다음 날부터 열심히 이제 연습에 몰두하고 있습니다. 정말 이제부터 시작이라고 생각하고 진짜 죽기 살기로 열심히 연습하고 있습니다.
We're still scrimming while we're in quarantine, so we have that contact with the team every day. But it's still difficult.
싶어요. 제가 되게 선수들끼리 모여서 연습할 수 있는 것도 아니고 다 개인 떨어져가지고 연습을 해야 되는 상황이기 때문에 제대로 된 준비를 하긴 좀 어렵지 않나 싶습니다.
We're kind of just taking it day by day. It's not the best situation, but you know, you have to do what you have to do.
I did tell the players how much of an opportunity this is to represent San Francisco, but most of all, you can have like an amazing season, but it doesn't mean anything without the ring.
I feel like Shock is a team that always kind of rises to whatever challenge is in front of us, and we're always ready to go up against difficult opponents. I feel like we always play our best, so Grand Finals is a great opportunity to show that we're still the best team.
아시아 북미 누가 더 잘하냐 이거를 더 궁금해하고 기대하고 있기 때문에 아무래도 이게 중점이지 않을까 싶습니다.
작년에 이어 올해도 진출했는데 정말 기쁘고 작년 챔피언으로서 다시 한번 우승컵을 들어올리고 싶습니다.
일단은 저희가 이기는 걸 기대하고 있기 때문에 그 기대를 저버지 않도록 꼭 이기고 싶어요.
뻔하잖아요. 이겨야죠.